go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. What is the darkness that you see upon me? It is lifting soon.
Not we the same color.
It is lifting soon. Listen, I'm getting some shades to control the lighting. Y'all have fun this morning. Happy Friday. How y'all? What's going on in y'all world?
Oh my gosh. So went to the movies.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I cut you off. That's so rude.
Dang. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was really like.
Welcome
back.
How was the disappearance?
I had a valid disappearance excuse.
I had an appointment.
You know,
So that's a valid excuse. I had an appointment. Went to the movies and went to see the new Spider-Man movie. Honestly, I fell asleep a little bit because I was a little hungover. But when I woke up and finished the movie, it was so good.
when you woke up and finished it.
I caught, like, you know, I fell asleep like a couple times, but like only for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh my God, I'm falling asleep. Then waking up again. So, but it was good. It was so good. The like graphic design, like the person that animated this, they need an award. It was just really good. And the storyline was pretty deep. There was a little twist in there too that took me by surprise. I was like, oh my gosh. So that was cool. I tried Casamigos for the first time.
Okay.
And that was cool. Casamigos was good. I mean, it's just tequila, but to be honest, it was smooth. It was smooth. It's the effect afterwards that depends. You know what I'm saying? Because you know some tequilas. Okay, I don't know if y'all tequila drinkers.
So my Casamigos mean my friends come to my house.
But yeah, so that was it for me. I'm also updating my pricing for my photography to include prints now. So
I thought you said Prince. I was like,
actually, he's gonna make an appearance during your photo shoot.
If Prince show up to the photo shoot, I'm out. Like,
I got
I'm
excited.
getting out of there.
Ooh, goodbye.
But that was that. So it was ultimately it was a really beautiful. Yeah.
My training, I had to check somebody. First day of training, I had to check somebody.
Yeah.
What happened?
So this is what happened. I was, the director was asking us a question about, secular methods because they're a Christian counseling agency.
Okay.
And so they were like, how do you feel about different, methods as far as doing your therapy? And so one of the guys who was like, everything that we need is in the Bible, and they stole the tactics of certain things from the Bible, and I'm listening to him and I'm like, okay. And so me being Jessica Shri, I was like, I disagree. I was like, basically, like, I do understand the benefits of secular methods when it comes to counseling. I was like, but as being believers, we definitely have to keep God first. You have to know what you're coming against when they walk in the office. They may honestly be dealing with spiritual things, or they could be actually schizophrenic. So you can't discount secular methods in your, in your ideas just because we're a Christian-based agency. And to say that secular methods were all stolen from the Bible, I have some issues with that. But to really understand your clients, you have to be in prayer. You have to be tapped into the spirit and know if you're addressing the spirit or the natural person. And he was like, semantics. We're basically saying the same thing. Actually, we're not. So I was, we're not.
She said, no.
Actually, we're not. So at the end, he's like, what are you going to school for? Clinical mental health counseling. And he was like, yeah, I was going to do that field, but I was in another direction. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, no, you're doing that field, but you couldn't pass the exam. And so you went for
Damn,
K-Sack.
I actually had to gun my
So-
man down. Like,
No,
that's
facts.
me.
She said, they go low, I go lower.
Like,
No, because what
Yo.
I don't like is the over spiritual being who can't see that yes, the method may be secular, if you want to say it that way. But there are definitely methods that can help in counseling along with the spirit.
So
That's like
what's-
saying
What's the secular
It's
method?
clinical.
so like cognitive behavioral therapy,
Okay.
narrative therapy, play
you.
therapy, stuff like that. Like
Got you.
play therapy is actually great with kids. Oh my God. It's amazing with children. But like, you know, dialectical behavioral therapy, stuff
Got
like that.
Dialectable.
Like dialectical
Dialectical.
behavioral therapy, things like that, that
Adding that
deals
word.
with certain disorders like schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder. Like all of these methods
Got you.
do work because it deals with the root of the issue.
Got you.
So, you know, somebody that has a phobia, you can do flooding or you can do some other things. So it's like,
What? We waterboarding people out here?
ew. No, so flooding is basically like exposing them to the actual phobia at just one big time. Like, so if they say like I'm a, like I'm scared, like I have a serious fear of flight, like there was a video where there was a girl that was seriously scared of a snake. Like she would feel like if she even in the room with a snake, she would die. And so they had the snake on the other side of the room. It was like a garden snake. It wasn't like a big snake.
Got you.
They have the guard like the snake on the other side of the room and put her in the room. And slowly she like got closer to it. Slowly she was sitting in the chair. Then they slowly like picked it up. Then they brought it close. Like this is like over an 8-hour, 10-hour period.
Oh,
And then they finally put the snake in her hand and she was okay. So like a method like that. But to say that,
That's-
you know,
I seen that. I seen that on a movie that I just watched it on Amazon, and one of the people in the movie, he worked at a place that's what they did. They flooded them. They flooded everybody,
Oh,
and they was
wow.
like, and he ended up getting in trouble because the one lady like she like hugged him, and he like kind of let it happen, and the dude was like, yo, you can't do that because you're giving them, you know, the security over this thing that they need to be getting over.
yeah.
And I was like,
You know what that reminds
So
me of?
needless to say, we probably not gonna be friends at this
Oh.
agency.
I seen I don't know if y'all ever seen that clip on Facebook of the Maury episode with the lady in the olives.
No,
But-
I hate those Mario
Listen,
joints.
I really do.
Because I was like, yo, these joints is fake. They got
Like
me.
the ones with the cotton balls, like
Listen,
dude.
What?
Exactly the flooding situation with this lady with some olives, right? She's like, I'm deathly scared of the olives and blah blah blah. So then Maury's like, bring out the olives. And he comes out with this
Yo.
whole jar and she just takes off
Yo,
running. She's like,
look, that's all of them,
She's
yo.
like
It be
But see,
cats,
that's like there's a
dogs, stupid
method to it. So that's like Ori was not.
shit. Yeah, dude.
Ori was not
Yes.
certified
Maury's
to be
bringing-
doing flooding at all.
Bring out
Like,
the
Maury was wild.
the same dude.
Not God is
Open the
flooding.
floodgates.
Y'all go.
now he about to write a whole sermon.
Listen.
To go and do it, we got put you in a predicament.
Yeah.
Force you to go. God's a flooder, literally. He's a flooder. Nowhere in the earth. God does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is that moment that you
Yeah.
regret telling people about stuff that you learned in school. But no, I get what you're saying. So like, you know, you have to do it in a definite medical sense.
Come on.
But yeah, like flooding is definitely, you know,
Why do you hit me with this car? I'm flooding you.
I'm not flooding you with the car.
You scared of this
I'm
car?
sorry. That's me. I just needed
but yeah, so I'm pretty
I-
sure me and him are not gonna be real cool. Cause I'm like, dude, don't come for me. I love my director because she really did come to my defense. She was like, you know, she's like, we're grateful to have Jessica at this table because she brings the elements of being in ministry, being with God, but also the clinical aspects where she can attack it on both ends.
Right.
So we're grateful for this table, and clearly they're grateful for for me being at the table because my rate says they're grateful for me being at this table. So,
Yes. Okay.
so I will be sending out, you know, the information, but my rate is $80, $85 an hour. I'll be getting 60 of that.
Get that money on it.
I'll be getting 60 of that. So,
Yeah.
You know, you only need
You know.
$45 an hour to make $100,000 a year.
So clients, if you need me, TikTok, if you need me, we can do virtual sessions as well. The person will do it.
She said, "I'm flexible."
Very flexible. So yeah.
Flexible,
So
how we see each other.
that was my turning back.
That's what's
That's what's up.
up.
Yeah.
I had to check
Snaps.
people on the first day, bro. Let me get in first.
That's the tone.
You gotta exactly. You can't let them know like
And
you not.
again that the tone can then change. But right now,
This the tone that you getting.
She walked. She walked in, listened to her talking, told her to get his life together.
tone,
She's like, "You need to get your life together."
Tony.
When we get back, we're gonna get back into Big Girl Chronicles. It's going down. Fire 716, Big Frank in the morning. Good morning. Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious spread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40 ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com. But hurry, seats are limited and this event is selling fast. Looking for a heavy-duty workhorse that can handle any task? Look no further than the 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. With its robust 6.6-liter diesel engine, this truck delivers the strength and reliability you need to tackle the toughest job. Don't miss out on an incredible opportunity. Call Ken at 716-310-0100. Call now to learn more and drive away in the ultimate work companion 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. Hey, Big Girl Chronicles, hey, Jay Tree, it's on you.
You know, you go to training and you just get the most improper introductions at this point. Like, people mad at you because you're really trying to do better with your life. So they play the intro when you're just not around, like, at all. But no, what's good, everybody? You know what time it is? It is Big Girl Chronicles, and to all my followers out there, including my TikTok people, thank you for watching. I really want to talk about the real you's about to be revealed. So yesterday, I put in the group chat that I had to go somewhere in the city of Niagara Falls and go pray. And the person that originally there was a order the way it was supposed to go. The order switched, and I ended up being the last person praying. And after I finished praying, a couple of people came up to me and was just like, "Who are you? Like, where did you come from?" And started asking questions about me. And when I was on my way home, it really made me wonder. Really made me wonder, like, what kind of prompted the questions? I mean, I kind of got why they asked it, but at the same time, I was like, I've just been around, like, doing what I do. But when I was talking to God this morning, God was saying, like, the real you is going to be revealed. Like, the real you is being revealed in this season, because we are in seasons now where who we are is being revealed to the world. I had no idea why these people was rolling up on me. Like, it was just like, who are you? Where do you come from? You need to be like this. Why don't we know about you? And it was really like, I've been here this whole time. Like, been at Covenant since 2017. Like, I haven't gone anywhere, but when your season of exposure has definitely come into the place where it's ready to manifest, the question will be, who are you? Where did you come from? Because the real you is being revealed. Because of this small moment, there's a platform of people that know my name now, that are interested in me, that are looking at me, and now they're watching me to see like who this woman of God really is. And so in your season of reveal, people are going to ask where you are, like, where did you come from? Because they didn't know the quality of person that you are actually existed. But now you are in your season of exposure. So the question really is to you, are you ready for the life of exposure? Are you ready to be seen on different platforms? Because the real you is now being revealed. The world is going to know who you are. And even with that comes pressure. It comes people watching you. It comes with judgment. But at this point, I just want to encourage my big girl followers out there that this is your season of reveal. This is the time that people are looking for you and will find you. And just prepare for what's getting ready to happen, because you're beautiful. You're intelligent. And you're grateful. You're good people.
It was a good show, y'all. I think I would tune in to Fire 7 Radio.
That's a word.
I was like, what happened?
No, that's valid.
Bars.
So on point. So yesterday I made a statement. I said, the catalyst, I said this, we've said it before, but like the way that God is doing reveal, the problem ain't with the prophetic word. The word is fire. The word is solid. It is the manifestation, the process of that word coming alive. And oftentimes we have a challenge with that process. But a word was given to me a while back, and this is why I said this. Franklin, this year, the people are going to know who you are. I said, okay, God, but based on what I'm going through right now, I don't know what's up. You know? But what is it? The things that are happening require me to be more present where I am. And so just to concur to what you're saying, but as you were talking, I hope you were talking to yourself on a scale that is just crazy. And I hope that when you replay that clip that you just did, I want you to hear it, but I want you to hear it from a point of view, not from yourself, but to yourself. That makes sense. Because what you just said has every application to your life right now across the board. And be ready for what that yields and what that's getting ready to do for you. Because if they're looking for you, when they look for you, what they gonna see? So listen, it's Big Frank in the morning. They want to go here and now I want to prophesy. Greetings, those guys. Good morning to everybody who's online on Facebook. Make sure you download the Fire 76 radio app. Just tune in, tap in, because it's a fire, it's a flame. Now we're getting ready to get into this question of the day.
After something so spiritual.
Something so,
Yeah.
Let me put you with this conversation. So the question of the day is, would you allow your spouse or significant other to do an adult film for $10 million?
I'll take backyard boogies for 10 million, please.
Not take backyard.
Not backyard boogie.
I was trying to think of something appropriate for the
I am. No, I talk about Frank can't, because once I found out that Jimmy John to put his Jimmy in your John, I just got to run thereafter. Thank you for taking a hit for the team. But we playing this game a whole lot different.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and bust the move. We can do a girl split. We can be friends. We can go on where we got to go
on our separate ways.
Because I just feel like it opens a door and a portal. Oh, we dropping the doo for the downside. What can I do next month? Like now,
Now you a porn
now
star.
Now money gone. Now you trying to make some more money.
And it's 10
7
million tax
hours.
free because it's porn money. So,
Dang.
like, you coming home with a $10 million check. It ain't even Uncle Sam getting this. Like,
This is exactly why I said I would be there. What do you need? You need some lotion. Your toes look a little. You need me to.
She out here doing the background.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get you together.
That would solve 95% of my problems. So
Not 95. I still got 5 more.
Or in hiding.
It create more.
Because not having is why you don't do certain things. You don't change the habits. You mess around, be out here talking about I just cocaine, get in my money for these excuses.
I'm just thinking.
Because other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's your I feel like, but you ain't got nothing else coming in.
You ain't paying no taxes on that. You gotta give 30% of that to the government.
Poor management.
Would y'all if y'all did, would y'all tithe?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Dropping it.
To be a blessing. Why wouldn't I give
Oh, drop it.
drug money, prostitution money, lowering y'all?
I'm just saying. I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like, $10 million. Think about this, right? Nobody at this table has ever touched $1 million. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but we don't even know realistically what $1 million looks like. Some of us don't know what 500,000 looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. No, I'm serious. I'm very serious.
The thought of you will have tens of millions of dollars is, that could change your whole lineage if done right, if managed properly. Because you could take even just half of that. If you took half of that and invested it, you could invest in companies, you can invest in stocks, you can buy land, you could create there's just so many opportunities if you do it properly that you could use the money for.
Now here's the second beef. You're talking about the friction. Who laid down? Okay,
Fact.
Because if you the plan was you laid down for us. Now you got it. Now you want to go ahead and be grand. Now you somebody. Wait a minute. We were just in the trenches together. An
hour ago, we was just broke.
You laid down and got up. Now you want to go. Oh, okay. Man.
For me, I almost dropped my phone. For me, it is a no, just because I was actually offered $1 million to be somebody's playgirl, legit. And it was actually a pastor in New York City.
Wow.
That was a woman, and she was married. She was like, I will pay you $1 million to work under me. I know what work under me means. So if I can turn down $1 million for my integrity, I can turn down 10. And it was literally and I seen the money. I knew the money was there. Because I knew who she was connected to. I knew the leader she was connected to, and they legit just gave her millions of dollars. And so for me, it's a no. And then also, if I marry, and this is just hypothetical, if I marry and I do this for our family, and he do it better than my husband, that's gonna cause another issue. For me, it's gonna cause issues because I'm gonna have this reflection of this moment where somebody did it better than my husband, and I'm gonna want to revisit. So for me, it's a no. It's a no.
I just.
Listen.
I want a T-shirt.
Alright, I'm gonna hit on that.
Ain't nothing like a good bone and a good loan.
That's gonna be.
So this is my marker, Deaja. Come back to the video. What time is it? 8:42. T-shirt. I need this T-shirt. I'm sorry. I just think that was hilarious.
She want a T-shirt that says I need a good bone and a good loan.
Yes, that's a fire T-shirt.
Dead.
Dead.
Dead is where I'm at. Dead. I am absolutely dead.
I already said my piece on it because I already know.
I just it's a lot to that.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
I would have to. I would have to be married if I allow it. Because upon you getting up, add those finances to the record.
Oh, valid.
Divorce. I want spousal.
Half. Appreciate you. Love you. You can keep the kids.
Not here.
If it's outside,
we must go
outside Jesus, we doing this film together. No. If we doing 10 mil, we doing it together.
Now the question never said that it couldn't be a team effort. That's
if we going out the will of God, we doing this together. You videotaping both of us because we know Troy, no. Samantha or Day Day or whoever is not getting in on this. If I'm a compromise with Jesus, we getting in on this together, sir.
Not kidding.
We both go.
We in this together.
It's gonna be a full play out. Listen, we going Adam and Eve style biblical stories.
Us too.
Yeah. gotta
Valid.
be a third.
Adult
Right?
film. They didn't say who had to be the actors.
You know, we slid that out.
Pizza
Look at us.
delivery man.
Look at us
Miss-
making it. Look at us making it better.
Listen.
Look at us. Look at us making it better.
Mr. Plumber.
Making it better.
Even if you put a mask on, your voice is very noticeable.
Yeah. Now, my wife said she would do it, but she got a lot of stipulations. And I was like, she was like, would you? I was like, to be honest, I was like, I want to say that I would, but because of how I am, and it comes down to the purity of how I was raised, I was like, I couldn't see myself doing it because I would just be uncomfortable the whole time. Like I would walk in and be like, there's too many people in here.
Why is this light so bright? Can you please get that off me?
I don't have no clothes on, and there's some dude that's just staring at me, blank faced in the camera, just like you know, just like halfway in the back of his mind, thinking of 12 other things. The director over there judging me, just like just judging me.
Gotta do that
And
over.
I'd be like, I'd be like, you know what? I can't do this. So this is too much pressure for me. This is too much.
I'm gonna need you to grunt louder. Why are you yelling at me?
Right.
Y'all say that, right?
This is not how I work. Okay. I don't work under pressure.
What kind of pressure?
Think about like the best job you ever had. Okay, how much it was per hour.
I haven't had the best job I've
Yeah.
ever
I
had.
haven't had the best job I ever had.
I haven't had
Yet.
the best job I've
Okay.
ever had.
I mean,
Think
I do
about a
now.
job where it wasn't, you didn't want to kill yourself when you went to work.
Now.
Okay? So think about how hard you worked and you know how you performed at that job. Now you multiply that income times a crazy number. I don't think that it would be that way. I don't think I would have any performance anxiety. I would be excited, like,
I guess
You say that.
Again,
Listen.
if I can turn down $1 million, I can turn down 10. Like,
Right. There's not for you to feel good. This is the making. This is an illusion.
They really be running.
This is an illusion. Okay? This is the illusion. All right.
Don't pay for screens.
These is illusions. Okay.
I'm just saying.
This is the
$10
for the
million.
illusion.
Yo.
I'm going happy. I'm gonna have good breakfast.
I respect it. I'm just saying for
my
me,
schedule.
I know that I could not do it because
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
Just tell people don't watch X, Y, Z.
it's not even about other people seeing it.
right.
You gonna be watching mental pictures in the back of your mind.
What you was just
of
doing.
your spouse doing whatever it was that
You
they.
gonna be having best man flashbacks.
Listen, I'm gonna be as real as possible with y'all, right?
I just couldn't do it.
Been in bad relationships, had those same thoughts for free. Might as well get paid for those same thoughts. I'm just being for
And you know, part of me respect that. Yeah, probably. No matter what stipulations you put on it.
Valid. Valid.
She should be like, Daddy, I'm trying to just make money for the family. No.
Facts. No facts. You know, giving it to random people is just like, no.
And then the video that comes out afterwards.
You know,
I guess
And the video stays. Now you want to change your life. You want to be all holy, wholesome.
it's still
now you know
there.
Jesus. But definitely, see, that's just an issue for me. It's just an issue. One, like I said, I know I can't perform under all this pressure for all these random people just in here, just standing there judging me. And then, you know, real, like how porn really is like, you know, dudes don't really last as long as they do in porn most of the time. And now we in here doing 8-9 takes of the same thing. And like, you know, you in the back, right? You in the back. So like now you standing there watching your spouse go through all these iterations of things. You know, you watching somebody like go soft and then somebody on the sideline trying to work them over. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just like a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? This is like,
Yo.
you know, this is just a very uncomfortable place for me.
You know,
And then you gotta look
I'm
at
gonna
it
say
this way.
this.
You
'cause
you get to your platform. Like imagine getting to your platform, the place that God called you to be at, and you sitting on the couch with Oprah, and she'd be like, "What were you thinking when you did this?"
Not with Oprah.
Because you know Oprah will tell it. Oprah will bring back a clip
I'll be
in
like,
a heartbeat.
I'm like,
so what was going through your mind at
I would tell you.
That's
I'm
you.
about to tell you. Oprah.
money?
You know what's going through my mind?
10 million.
It was either this or starve for dinner that night.
$10 million Oprah. $10 million.
Hell yeah.
But didn't you know Jesus when you were doing this movie?
I did.
Like, dang. I'm like,
I present my body a living
That is where you can
sacrifice.
literally just
I'm like,
make
Oprah,
a good
Oprah, you
PR
being,
team, right?
you being,
to take that moment
you being
and
scandalous.
Yo.
completely flip it around. Like, well, look at how God has taken me out of the threshold. Okay?
God had nothing to do
Because
with you. Let me
I
He
put
took
the
me
cash
from the
over
muck
10 million.
and my
But
replay.
the Lord
It may
laid
work
my
for Trump.
plate
It will
and
not
I
work
am
for you.
new. That is the old me.
Yeah,
This is the
no.
new me. That was me broke. This is me $10 million richer.
I'm not about to.
You talking to a
I'm not gonna
millionaire
put
now.
nothing
Yeah,
on
you're talking to
Jesus.
a millionaire
I'm
now.
not about to form of testimony. I'm not making a testimony.
Not form a testimony.
Just say,
10 million is definitely a lot. This man
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a day. A day. A day.
Listen, 10 million
A day.
in a day
Easy.
is preposterous.
yeah, for real.
No, it's not.
No, no.
Think of it. Think real hard, okay? It's $10 million. You got one day, $10 million. So you just got $10 million, right?
I already spent it.
Already
I
spent
just
it.
spent 10
Already
million in
spent
my
it.
head right now.
You done pay all your debts, all your bills.
Student
All
loans
debts
gone.
You done pay all your debts. You done
So
bought a
150,000
house.
right
Depending on who you but
Bought your
then,
mom, your-
as a
Yeah.
man, probably done bought your mama a house. You know
You
what
done
I
looked
mean?
out for your
Or in your
siblings.
way, you done bought a whole nother house for your grandmother, or you moved her into your new bigger house. You know what I'm saying? And then then you done bought a car or two because you got money. You know, then you went shopping. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You
done-
bought your sister her
you bought
private
your sister.
practice.
I'm just saying. You done filled dreams while you was at it. You was like, okay, things I was a part of. Here's somebody here. Here's somebody here. Here's somebody here. And it's just, I'm just saying, like, that's $10 million would be, you'd be in and out. That $10 million be in and out real fast.
I mean,
Because when you become a
It could be.
multi-millionaire,
It could
bills
be.
from 1992
Come
show
out of
up.
nowhere.
Bills that you didn't even know existed. Like
No.
it's like the money knows. Like, wait a minute, you remember that bill when you owe Blockbuster $5,000 because you want to take a movie back? It just showed up.
When I tell
Now
you,
Blockbuster still in business
when
collecting
No,
debt.
there is one Blockbuster still left.
No,
Yeah,
but still
when I
collecting
when
debt.
I
Still
tell
collecting
you,
debt.
you know what I'm saying? Like, Best Buy come back, they done closed your credit card 8 years ago. And now they was like, remember when we closed your credit card? Like, everybody gonna want their money, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but y'all thinking about that, but think about the good stuff that y'all can
I'm
do.
thinking about the morale
I'm just saying,
behind it.
like I said, you have enough money that if
I sold my
managed
body to
properly,
give back to the community.
you can. I mean, turn it around for real.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
You turned around.
Turn it
Oh.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired.
You can now like I said, you can help your church out. You can help out your neighborhood.
But you're thinking about
you
this as
can-
a single person and not as a married.
Okay,
person.
even as a married person, me and my married person, depending on the
Now,
person I get
now we got to
married
sit down and have a conversation about it first. So now we got to
you
have
were
a full.
real intense when we wasn't here
Right.
all the time.
Now we gotta-
So imagine your husband.
Now we got to have a whole. Now we got to have a full conversation. You know what I'm saying? I got to hit it before she even go. So like,
Whole
got to.
time.
Got
And I'm hitting her with the wham bam, whoopty whoopty, over the top the, flipped her on the headboard. Now we doing the moppy. Absolutely, she getting the work. What?
You know, and then
Facts.
and then like
Getting the
it's just
chandelier.
so much go into it because like, man, if y'all had a fight the day before or a fight before, it's like, yo,
But see,
This
I
not
feel like
go.
I'm
This
thinking-
is gonna
I
go
guess-
bad.
You just different.
I feel like,
Embrace
cause
your
I feel
differentness.
like I'm thinking of it. Even if I was married, I'm thinking of it from a woman standpoint. In my eyes, I don't know.
Just
I
embrace,
just feel like it's,
embrace that you have a different opinion outside the table. It's okay.
It's
like
good.
we need different opinions.
Right. Like, don't get me
confident in my
wrong.
choice.
That 10 million sound real good. And I would, like I said, I would love to be like, Hegs, yeah, down for it, babe. Go make that money for us. High five. I really want to. But because
I'm just saying
because
like,
of who I am, and then I couldn't put myself in that same predicament also because of who I am. So it's just like I could be in the situation and the money could be good and I could really, really, really want to do it. I might even get all the way in there. You know what I'm saying? Take my shoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, because I done did it before, getting on the Superman. I done got on the Superman and got off. So I know, you know what I mean? I have no problem pulling out at the last second. So I'm just
You gotta watch the terms, sir.
I'm sorry.
Just
But
gotta watch the terms.
No, that was
you
a
know,
good term.
but like I just know me. Like I can't put myself in there because of how anxious I'm gonna be, and I'm not gonna be able to deal with all these people watching me do something that I'm already a bit self-conscious about anyway.
Oh my
You know,
God.
so
Listen,
I can't do that.
Or
And then
if it's my husband, like he's like, yo, babe, I tried something on this. We gotta try this. No, take it and go. Like,
you know,
so she tried. No.
no.
and then as a man, I
Damage.
just have too much. I have too much pride later on, even if I don't have it right in that moment, because money sounds real good. After that money is here, my pride came all the way back, and it didn't come back, trickling. It didn't come out
right.
trickling.
I'm really
That
about to
joint
check
flooded.
your integrity. Like I know I said I was okay with it, but like you really went and did that.
For me,
That's
it's like,
crazy.
Cause I'm a mom now.
Because I'm a mom. Because you're a mom.
Right.
Yo,
You're a mom. You're supposed to
You're
be
a
like,
mom.
My mic's talking inside job. Nobody said that. Nobody said the audio. I really just clicked up my microphone. Just right now. I don't even know who turned off the microphone. Who was sitting here? Who was over here? Nobody.
Nobody.
716, we'll be back. Get back. We're getting into church message. 716, Big Frank in the morning.
Yo.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an...
Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Escape to paradise on an exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise. Join us August 18th through the 24th of 2024 as we set sail on a 6-day carnival cruise filled with unforgettable experiences. Get ready to explore the captivating destinations of the Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, Grand Turk, Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas. Come and savor the flavors of the Caribbean with a wide range of gourmet dining options, serving up the freshest seafood and local delicacies. Dance the night away under the Caribbean sky with live entertainment and music that will make your heart sing. But hurry, secure your spot today with a deposit of just $50 by July 21st, 2023, and enjoy the convenient monthly payments of $90. Don't wait. Call now at 716-374-4941. Reserve your dream vacation today. The exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise, where memories are made and dreams come true. Book now and set sail on the adventure of a lifetime. Are you ready for...
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all.
Who working? How much who put more time in? Yeah, we can tell you, fun hit different.
No, your time in.
Because
Payday coming after a while.
I keep telling people.
What up? It's Big Frank in the morning, y'all. We still talking.
We still we in conversation because it could be fun depending upon who put in the amount of work. For somebody else, it's blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, are you crying? Because I am tired, but they want this film money, so you gotta do what we gotta do. Listen, we get to church now. We're moving on. We're moving on for all of my believers in him, but come on back. We're moving forward. Getting into some church mess, and we have it's borderline, but it's
borderline.
Is your mic on?
Yes, it's
good.
So what's going on with church mess? There is not video because I have just been doing little researches and clips and everything like that, and let's just be honest, couldn't even get everything together. But so Kirk Franklin is under some suspicious activity right now. He is basically being called out by several international pastors, national pastors, well-known pastors because of his most recent behavior. So it started with his endorsement of Hillsong. So if people don't know, the Hillsong scandal that came with that, Pastor Carl for Hillsong was found with cheating with his wife, but then they found the higher ups in Hillsong was actually doing like sex trafficking, had sex with some younger carols, just a lot of issues. So it was considered coincidence because Kirk Franklin was promoting Hillsong heavily. Then his son, Carry On, was on a show of Bad Boys or something like that. So mind you, I didn't watch the show because Andrew Caldwell was on it and he irks my spirit. And so with that, they were playing, they knew he had a bad relationship with his father. And so somebody in the house started playing his father's music in the background and he flipped out. And they was like, why are you flipping out? This is your dad. And he was like, stop playing the music of my abuser. And somebody were like, what do you mean? And he kind of like let it go. But he ended up being on a podcast later explaining that he was sexually abused by his father. So after that, what happened was Kirk Franklin was then a big promoter of Maverick City. And they found out that at Maverick City, some participants in Maverick City and the agency as itself, they found that a lot of the leadership in Maverick City was also included with pedophilia, having sex with children, lots of sex scandals. And it's saying, why is everything that Kirk Franklin connected to has to do with some kind of sex scandal, pedophilia, or whatever. And then the most recent video, which I thought was funny because Ty Tribbett and David Mann's face was hilarious. He was like, they were showing a clip from the video that they were preparing to do the photo shoot for the reunion they're getting ready to do. And Kirk was like, let's put on some Drake or some Biggie to get this thing started. And David Mann and Ty Tribbett was like, bro, like their face was like, why do we need to listen to Biggie and Drake to get in the mood for a photo shoot? So all of these entities together are now pastors are now questioning if what Carry On is saying is true, but also why is Kirk Franklin always directly connected to a sex scandal, something to do with pedophilia and things of that nature?
I'm gonna tell you why right now, because what happens is
he evolved.
Then that involved. Even if it was something that you was a part of, and everybody talks about the process of the storyline in the kingdom of God. Everybody want to pretend like, nigga, you got it together. Because in the storyline of the kingdom of God, you got deliverance, you have these things, but a lot of times, the very thing that you battle with or you have difficulties with sometimes is the very thing that you're connected to, minister to, and to connect to. It's a part of the journey of life. Oh, this testimony ain't for you, it's for me. We say it all the time. Oh, I went through being a crack kid, not for myself, now I'm going to minister to crack kid. So this is a part of a storyline, whether he was abused or the abuser. I can't tell the details because I wasn't there. But he talks about being abused. Okay, I've been here. I know what this is. I know what it means to persevere. So I have a level of grace that comes with me that you're not going to have. You get it. So granted, I connect with whoever I connect to. And by default, who attracts to me? Why are you attracted to it? Why is this energy here? I do music. The energy in music overall, period. Foul. And you're not going to just blame me alone. Where's my name at for real? You keep talking about being connected to, but there's literal reports of people in this industry who has name attached to them. This person did this, that did that, but I've kept my name clean and integral. Because where's that connection? To whom did I? For real, for real. whether it was with Hillsong or Maverick City Music. Whom did I? Number 2, Kirk Franklin is being unchurched. So some of y'all who in church, real all this in the wall, ineffective, whatever. His vibe his energy is different. He has every right to be. He can still love God. And sorry, he's not as churchy as he was back in '87. When it rains down on me, let it fall. I'm just talking good. And what happens now is, all right, if I like Drake and Biggie, guess what? I like Drake and Biggie. Exactly. Now, if this convicts your heart,
now that's where my problem is, because Drake just trash. Like, get your heart together, Kurt. Like, what's wrong with you?
But, he got a dating show coming out now that doesn't talk nothing about Kingdom. It's shacking up.
Kirk Franklin?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
not shacking up.
No, he literally sanctioning shacking up with these people and trying to find love and just open his house up to these people and they trying to find love.
Wait, he got a reality love show?
Yeah, him and his wife. And for them,
wait,
not shacking up.
I'm a little confused as well.
Right. So
him and his wife
got a shack
are looking up.
They're good for matchmaking.
Okay.
So the show is about people and they have people in their home and they're trying to match them up.
Okay, I thought you were saying he's looking for love.
No.
Like
no.
Flavor
Flav.
Yeah, like, oh man, and his wife helping him too.
Different.
Different. So I feel like, and I get it, and I think once again you have to know who you're catered to, and your audience, and guess what? That tone can change, and that's between the relationship between you and God. It is my hope. And now, carry on. Like I said, for me personally. No, very borderline, right? I can't say that his father did or he didn't. I don't know.
Right.
Number 1, number 2, because abuser, he can be.
Yeah.
Nigga, Paul was the killer. Okay.
Yeah.
But he was also the writer of 13 books in the New Testament. So
right.
Lord can't. I'm so sorry. Y'all want the fake story, but it doesn't always feel good. But what I will say is, I also know carry on to be messy. And I can be the abuser. Because I whooped you, and I beat you, and I punched you in your chest, and I put some discipline on you because you were listening to your mom, who was already a bad child. And when you came with me, because there's been a conversation. That cuss out we heard a couple years ago was nothing verbally abused.
Absolutely.
So when you start talking about, and I would love see the clip about him being the abuser, the sexual abuser. Is it possible? Absolutely. Could Kurt be out of pocket 100%? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Validated. But my thing is, for Tamala Man or to Tamala and
it
Man,
was David Man, Ty Tribbett to pretend, nigga, please, because half of the songs that we redoing and revamping came from a secular world, and my thing is, what's the assignment? Who am I committed to, and am I being integral in my character? I can't control what Kevin does. Kevin, no shot to you. Kevin go Shots
out here.
him.
No.
Slide promotion.
Kevin can go out. He can do whatever he want to do. He can go touch somebody. He can do something way out of his pocket. But Kevin's still on my podcast.
Yeah.
He here. So, all right, cool. All right. Word get out that Kevin did this. Didn't kick him off the podcast. You got to deal with, you got consequences you got to deal with, bro.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Oh, they must be all sanctioned foul behavior.
No, valid.
Because Kevin is associated with us and we did this. Now you got to take that to us being little to nobody's to a major platform.
The only question I really have with the situation as far as his connection with Hillsong and Maverick City is really you were closely connected to a lot of the leaders. So for me, it was like, you bragged about being in their homes, you bragged around being around them, things of that nature. So if it is in case a cycle, that means you saw some things, and you chose not to disconnect. If that's the case, like when you closely connected, like even Justin Bieber came out about the Pastor Carl with Hillsong. Like he later on, because you got
to know your assignment, and
so it was like, I did see this was kind of off, but I didn't say anything. It was like for me, it's if this is the case, and he knew that all this sexual stuff was going on between these two ministries, it's a pull your name off of it. You can still minister without putting your name on it. Be like, I'm still here to guide y'all, but take my name off.
Because my mission is what? Because if my mission is to be effective to the masses, the audience that we pull, okay, even in your foulness, preachers and teachers who have integral disciples, my assignment is still to be effective in my worship and my exhortation to God and show him who he is. Number two is also, have I had conversations? Did I have that? Did I call the police? Maybe not. Sorry, that disturbed you. But some people are graced to handle certain things. There's some stuff that we got going on.
Yeah.
That I've talked to my apostle, the bishop, about, that he told me about. Okay, valid. That doesn't require a report.
But this is, I disagree 100%. The only reason why I'm gonna say this is because if Kirk Franklin, and this is not just Kirk Franklin, this is a problem within the industry, period.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pedophilia going on, period. And human trafficking is at an all-time high, which is crazy because you would think when Epstein was revealed and all that stuff that it would go down, but no, they're probably making more money than they ever made before.
They're just being more
I ain't got to go through him no more. I'm just giving it to directly now.
But the thing that I'm gonna say is just that when it comes to Kirk Franklin and directly relation with Hillsong and the other group, whatever, I feel like if you are in this environment, and if you are seeing these things and you're just turning a blind eye to it, you are no better than the people that's actually doing it. Because
my question would be,
hold on, let me finish.
Are we having sex outside?
But let me finish this.
Sex in the lobby.
This is the fact though, because here's the thing. Because if you are going to be in an environment, if we go into a bank together, right, and you decide that you're going to rob this bank, you're going to shoot and kill a couple people and do all that stuff, right? And I know your plan. I'm here at the bank with you. I know what's going on. And I say, you know what? I just don't want to be involved. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to leave. You're not any better when those people are dead because you could have done something to prevent. You could have done something to help fix the situation. Even if you think that you not helping by saying something is false, you have to say something. If you see something, you say something. That's how people get help. That's how people,
that they know. Like,
I'm just saying that if Kirk Franklin is in that environment, I'm sure that they see all kinds of stuff all the time.
People pretend like why are we forgetting that hypocrisy isn't real?
No, I'm not saying that they're not pretending. I'm saying that if he did see something and he chose not to say something, that right there, that's a problem.
Right, but I want to be very, very, very frank here.
I think
because we project that if he knew, and the question is that he know, and just because I've been present with people, the Bible talks about put your trust in no man. Period. And I say this for real, because many of us have a storyline that is untold. Many of us do stuff behind closed doors that the church that we've been rocking with for 20, 30 years don't know. That we walk with people don't know. That I've been hiding this. Oops, it got out this way. Doesn't mean that Kirk was aware. Doesn't mean that was that boy who got caught singing the secular song on the front. I can't think of his name. He's singing. He's a worshiper, but he got caught singing a secular song. We assume that because I'm connected that I know. No, people, the whole industry, we can put on face. I can be here to worship. I can be here to love God. We have a conversation. We laugh, and every time we link up, it could be spiritual. It could be laugh. It could be natural. But when we leave out of here, I don't know that boy going to y'all. I don't always know. And you have to allow that level of grace for anybody.
But the whole problem that I have with that is I get that. I get that. I get that maybe that happening once or twice. I mean, third time shaky. But if you're constantly in a situation where somebody's being like, the people that you're around, houses that you're going to, is constantly that there's some pedophilia going on. At some point, either you are complicit with it or you are also doing it, and y'all just hiding together.
Or you've been called to address it and to deal with it, and you have a grace for it. Now, nobody want that conversation. I had a play I was going to do called Radio Art for Righteousness, because there's a storyline here that unless you've been through it or you've been in it, that there's a level of grace you won't apply to it.
I just can't picture. I personally just can't picture
because
giving so much grace to somebody that is hurting children.
I think
that's just my thing. I get what you're saying, and this is why God didn't call me to do that kind of ministry, because I don't have grace for that, because I don't, even though I have experienced those things, and even though I understand that sometimes some people are they just are messed up a little. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Trust me. I've prevented some people from going to prison from the way that I have conducted myself in different situations. However, at the same time, that does not mean you get off scot-free. That does not mean that, like, I'm gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, you know, I know you got a little mental, you know, and I get no, because at the end of the day, those things are still a decision that you make. And I'm sure if the person has those feelings, it's not like a feeling that just came one day. It's a feeling that's been there, and now you've decided to act on it. Right. I cannot give you grace for that.
And with that same conversation, because of just who I am, you may not like me today, feel free to cut it off, is the fact that when you say they had these feelings and nobody talked to them about it, and that's where it's like, why didn't you have this conversation? Now, what you're doing is improper, and there's consequences to your actions 100%. There's consequences to this. But what I'm going to tell you is that it's time to have a conversation. It's time to talk. A lot of these things being undressed and not dealt with is where we have this mishap, because we're not exposing the fact that you have these thoughts and these ideas because of the stigma. And I get it. I understand the stigma. I listen. Don't say you get punched right in your bottom chin. Yeah. I almost killed the man for a cousin. So let's not. I know. Yeah. So and I only say that because what if I can just generalize what I'm saying and not make it Kurt specific or topic specific, is we got a lot of people presenting a certain kind of way in front of us who are battling demons that we don't know, like on a major scale, and even in our churches across the board. Like when you really start digging into it, and oh yeah, I'm saved. Yeah, I love God. Yeah, I'm talking in tongues. Every time we get together, it's a holy good time. Even when we going out to bowling and just break bread and be regular, also holy. Yeah, we good. We not as churchy, but there's some demons. Yeah, there are some things that people are facing that got to be addressed and dealt with. And I concur. Like, this is not a way. Oh, just be foul, be out of control. But we do this so consistently. Maverick City Music, Hillsong, they violate it. You are a violation. But then my question is, this is my question is, though, if we're so tapped in spiritually, why ain't we been tapped into the fact
that part?
To them, while we lifting our hands and worshiping.
So
listen,
that's why.
Like,
but that's why I said that Hillsong's such a big thing. It's not just. It's not just.
Right. It didn't start here. It started in Australia.
Right.
So they had churches in a whole different country before they came here. My thing is this on the take with the whole Kirk Franklin thing. If he indeed did this to his son, I really hope that they get to a place where they can sit down, reconcile. I was abused. This was a cycle I did not break. My other thing with Kirk Franklin is when you know the caliber of people that you are around with the photo shoot. I would never play some of the music that I would play for a photo shoot in front of pastor, because I know that I honor the caliber of woman that she is. So for me, in a group setting, don't get me wrong, in a photo shoot, I look good. That's me by myself. But like for me, if I know the anointing level and the caliber of the people I'm in a room with, even if we're friends, even if we're common with each other, there's just certain things like that. I wouldn't have pulled that move. That's just me, because I understand the different levels.
And this is the part that get crazy with church folks. I don't know why I'm going here today, and I love Jesus so intensely. Is y'all tell me to be honest and be who I am in him. And then when I be who I am in him, now it's a conflict because it don't sit well with you. And it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all, for me to get in my zone. I don't want to worship. I don't want to bow down and worship him. I don't want to get to the I want to look fly. This is the energy that I want to channel for this vibe. I'm so sorry, even though you remixed the Jesus song to Crazy Big Mike, you still not hitting for me. And when I present who I am, now we got a problem, because this is me authentically. Right. But my authentic self now is a clash with your presentation. But then I see you on other platforms trying to be
right.
See, I would say as a photographer doing a photo shoot, I personally feel like, Tamala's husband David and Ty, like,
They high energy niggas.
What do y'all listen to when y'all do photo shoots?
Right.
I mean, not saying that they necessarily listen to Biggie.
Ty Trippin' music
all
hyping
that
up.
stuff. But I'm
Play my
saying,
track.
like,
Listen,
Try to be like, play my track.
But the whole point is just that, you know, when you're doing a photo shoot,
Jumping.
certain music elicits certain emotions out of people. So depending on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish with the photo shoot.
Listen, when one person look out, we like, what's up?
I know.
All right.
I was hoping that was my grandma. Get my phone. I'm having anxiety.
I see.
Y'all be
But I just feel like,
jumping.
you know, like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it elicits a certain emotion. So you're trying to get a certain emotion so you can take photos in a certain kind of way, depending on what you're doing, what you're promoting, you know. So
I'm gonna say
I feel like him wanting to do that has nothing to do with his characteristic. That's him trying to be hyped for the photo shoot. You can listen to all types of stuff during the photo shoot. Now, I will say though, because when we did the Heal Me collection,
don't be out here listening.
Photo shoot.
Kurt Franklin would have said Megan Thee Stallion. I'd have been like,
people
okay,
that
now.
wanted to listen to certain kind of music, and other people that was not comfortable with listening to certain kind of music. So you know, there is a respect level that you have to have. Maybe they don't want to listen to Little Kim. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't want to listen to Mary Mary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I feel like at that point, you might as well just put on a
old
5
shit on.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, that's why I
on,
said it really depends on the people's spiritual level that you're in the room with. Because he was like, let's be honest, he was in the room with the Clark sisters. They old school. And then, like I said, then you have Tamala, who is just taken to the king. Like, even though her husband's a clown, it's kind of just like, like I said, for me personally, if that's my vibe, I'm gonna pop in these earbuds.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Get ready for the
hustling is my.
I'm gonna be honest. If it's my photo shoot, it's my music.
It's like I'm in a car.
It was a group photo shoot, so it wasn't just.
I'm here. I'm a part.
I'm dead.
I'm listening to what I want to listen to get me in my vein.
And that's
I
fine.
might want to be holy and spiritual and so uptight in these photos that you're not even open to the idea of a certain type of music for just a scenario. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is literally only to change the atmosphere of these photos. Like, let's get us bopping in something. Like, we not bopping to worship music.
And then even
like
the wordplay, you just,
but that's why Jess said, put your headphones on. Do you?
No, I'm not doing all that.
Even if the song by Ty is lit, the word
Ty is lit.
No,
Ty is lit.
Valid.
And the beat is lit, but the word. Okay, I want to talk about hustling. Okay, I want
to talk about hustling.
Ricky Ross.
I want to talk about hustling. I'm talking about hustling.
Facts.
I want to talk about hustling.
I don't feel like one night
Take
only.
me to the king.
What is the only for one night though? That's what it's on. But so I think that this is.
I'll turn it to top.
And I guess I guess I could expose where I am spiritually and mentally. Is just that there's a level of balance in all things, but you have to be respectful to your crowd 100%. And I think that you also have to have a responsibility to when it comes to violating somebody and even being graced to do a thing that is consequence to actions.
It's like playing
Lil' Kim.
Real different. It can go places.
Like, your girl,
but I also know that even certain types of gospel rap that I listen to, my pastor may not bang with that. She may not, because she old school. So I'm not gonna be in there boom 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 with her in the car because she just.
I just be like.
Right.
like the music I may be listening to, like, it may not be bad music. It's not like I'm out here listening to my trap section, but it could be just music. I'd be like, okay, you know, I'm in the car, I'm in the presence of my pastor. Let me switch this. It was just, for me, it's just the honor thing. Like I said, the Clark, if it had not been the
like
Clark sisters, they're not
even that.
If my that's like having my having my grandma at the joint. Now, if my grandma's different, but that's like having your super saved grandma in the car with you. Like, it's like, let me not, you know what I'm saying? Let me not go there today.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, the photo
in there with the church
the
mother.
photo shoot went viral because of their faces. It literally, like, they was just like,
once you tell me, be me.
Wasn't he also like?
Don't tell me not to.
Was it stripper dancing or something?
He was doing
He was
Getting
rolling
Yeah.
by.
Oh,
and
man.
doing the
I'm so
Kurt
sorry,
Franklin.
'cause I don't-
He was doing the
I don't
Kurt
know
Franklin.
that
That's what he
name
was
is on
doing.
it. It is the fact that these situations, because
He was doing the Kurt Franklin.
David danced, he was not shouting his clothes off. He was not doom.
Facts.
They was dancing.
That don't even make
They
sense.
was gyrating. They was doing
I don't
these
know what he
joints.
was
They
doing.
was doing unto
I
the
wasn't
Lord.
there.
Calm down, killers. Calm down. In Africa, they is up there.
Right.
That sounds real African racist.
That-
what happens is,
But it sounds-
It's not African
I
racist.
I've seen the video.
seen the videos. I think he was in Jamaica. It's a whole different. It's just
It's a different
energy. You can make it what you want to make it.
Mhm.
My dance is my dance to the Lord. My wife told me one time to come, not gonna give you too much hips. Well, let me get my hips. This is my body presented.
My hips don't lie.
And I'm
And
sorry.
neither-
No,
I'm dead.
and
No,
neither
man,
does my
don't lie.
God.
Wow.
But to the situation,
Yeah,
like
my
y'all
hips
say,
don't
you
lie.
know, as far as him and his son thing go, yeah, I hope they have a conversation about that. Even though his son can be a bit scandalous. So we don't know because we tossing it up. Then Kurt Hill song in Maverick City, like to what Diageo was saying, I think the only way to even know that it's happening, really, other than if you're just connected in the spirit, you just know. Because sometimes people just don't be, is to, unless you like every time you see them, like they got like a different like kid with them, like that would have been red flags for me, you know what I mean? But that's the only red flag I could see, because it's not like I'm walking through every room in your house, or I'm pretty sure that most of the time we meet up in places that are pretty public. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't know what you was doing
And then
behind the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, at the same time, you know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in accountability. So, if you was around, which I'm pretty sure he probably wasn't, but if he was around, you got to take some accountability for that, which that could be, regardless if that's between you and the law or you and Jesus, that's between
Or
you.
you and your son.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like kids being around for these things aren't abnormal.
No, especially if we in church
Valid.
doing church stuff. I used to be in church all the time.
Man,
so
what?
so
in the
I get it.
Because they
that
said,
went
I
down.
think one of the, I want to, because I'm watching a series on Hillsong
Mhm.
right now. I think when Justin Bieber came out, it said something, because that was his spiritual advisor. He was just like, he's like, it was just a little different. He's like, in hindsight, it's a little different because he was a younger pastor. I wasn't thinking anything. He was like, but we're in the recording studio and there's like young kids there, and I'm just like,
But
No, hold on, wait,
but you was around
when-
here with R.
when-
Kelly too, bro. Like, I
but
just
when-
seen a sign.
But see,
When
here's
you're in
the
it,
thing
you
with
don't-
Justin
you're not
Bieber.
thinking
I would
about
say this: the thing with Justin Bieber is he was a victim. Like he was already a victim previous to that.
Did he?
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So
Did he
so when
victimize
you
everybody?
are a kid and
This is
you
a fact.
are already a victim of sexual abuse by especially with people who are celebrities, like you're a kid, you're not thinking, you don't understand the full extent of it. So it's just like for him, he's probably thinking partly this is wrong, but then at the same time, well, I'm not the only one that's experiencing this and nobody else is saying anything. So this must be okay. If it's weird that
Bieber
these
was
kids,
older when that happened, but either
yeah,
way,
but, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's just these kids are in here and it's a little weird, but I've already been in places where there's kids that shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, in these spaces. So I think it's just and nobody's saying anything, and the people who do say anything or have said anything, they're unalived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Unalive.
no, she
Yeah.
said
No,
the
that's
truth.
valid.
No, because
Yeah.
they said like the founder of Hillsong, some people came against him and they turned up missing or dead. Like
Yeah.
they are unalive.
because
I
a
don't
lot of
doubt
times,
it.
because what's coming out is that the same agency, I'm really like passionate about that, but the same agency that's supposed to help protect kids and that's supposed to be like finding the children and saving them is the same ones
yeah.
that's human trafficking them.
Mhm.
Like there's a whole
Hiding in plain sight.
rabbit
But-
hole of
But valid
conspiracy.
because when
of-
when you start putting money as priority against your morals, you start
Yeah.
doing some crazy stuff. $10,000, $2 million has to do with your spouse. I'm just
right.
Some people in
Full
certain
circle.
situations you might not even know could be connected to the government, and there are sections of the government that are doing the exact same thing, maybe for political power with other,
Because sex trafficking is the
You know
new
what I'm saying?
slave.
It's
really
really,
is.
and so it's sad, But at the same time, it's like, if everybody is not saying anything, and then the people who do don't get protection, of course it's going to be rampant. Of course it's going to be like, I'm sure if Kirk Franklin is like that, I'm sure his son's not his only victim. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's not the only situation. And who knows how grand it could be. He's an international, like, he's a star. Like, so you got to think on the caliber of, like, this is only the United States, but what if they traveled to Europe and they went to Italy, they went to all these different places, and where you could be known or not known and doing different things. Like, there's just so many, so much to it.
We could only, just to wrap up, it could just be, we could hope that is not the case for Kirk.
Right.
Yeah.
Either way, we got to pray.
Yes.
Either way, we definitely got to pray about it. But I really do hope that is not the case for him. But if it is, that he seeks.
And if you're a Catholic, change our rules and get married. There's access to real home. So listen, it's going down 5716. If you call it,
before you go to commercial. So I would just say there is a new movie that just came out that's really not getting any traction because it's about human trafficking and children in the industry and the government. It's called Sound of Freedom. It's in the movie theaters, and I think it's available on Prime to rent also. So that'd be something to check out if you are wanting to know more information.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of us don't want to know because we got pimps and players, and we promote it and we push it. That's another conversation. Like literally.
I'm your pusher, man.
No, I'm you. I got money, got your mama on the corner selling drama. That's not the words. But listen, it's going down first. When we get back, we get into the hot topic, and then we'll do that.
Thanks.
16 Big Frank in the morning. We'll be right back. You're locked into the vault with Dante Mount on fire. 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, God gave us 2 of these and 1 of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
you can't, everything is changing, you know what I mean? From everything outside to how we feel and everything, because it's 2 different worlds we live in, 2 different generations. So I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing because you see it from your eyes, from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to School Hair and Fashion Show. Let's make this school year the most fashionable one yet.
Your boy, before you locked in the Big Frank in the morning. Get ready to get into hot topics. D Money Mac, Jay Cherie, Kevin on the air, Daniel the Dark Knight. It's all going down. Let's get into a hot topic. You only got 10 minutes. Let's work this out.
Hot topic. Sheila E. finally got her Walk of Fame, Hollywood Walk of Fame star. So congratulations to Sheila E. for finally getting her Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
That she paid for?
Right.
Go ahead, proceed.
Any Hollywood Walk of Star, you pay for the installation.
Mm,
That's what you're paying for.
I shouldn't have to pay
Coach
for nothing
Nikki
if I'm being
McCray
honest.
Pinson,
Come on now.
who was a South Carolina basketball assistant, passes away at the age of 51. She was very well known for the South Carolina team. So if y'all follow women's basketball, she passed away at the age of 51.
Oh man.
Chadwick Boseman also got his posthumous.
Yeah, we talked about his
Hollywood.
ain't nothing like being celebrated after you done
After
died.
you done died, can't even enjoy it. You know.
There's still people that gotta be paid.
Wow. So there
Yeah,
have
money make
been.
money.
I already know Deandra gonna have something to say about this, but I'm
I
saying it
am.
anyway. There have been 2 appearances of Jamie Foxx. One was on his friend's boat, and then the other one was him playing mini golf. And it was a video of them showing him playing mini golf. And Deandra's gonna say it's not him, it's a clone. So I'm gonna keep moving forward, and we're gonna come back to it. Just let me get the hot topics out.
Okay.
A Florida sinkhole that was closed for the 4th time has now reopened. So it
Wait,
first
Florida.
opened up
Oh, wait.
in 2013, then they closed it again. Then it reopened in 2015, killing a man. Then they closed it again. And then they said that it opened up briefly, and then they closed it again. And then this last time it has opened up to, what did they say? 15 feet. Like
How do you
Wide or deep?
wide.
You don't close it. You just gotta pave over.
Right.
That's what they said.
No,
That's what
you
they
got to
said. They
find
keep,
out
like-
why it keeps opening.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because it's a
There you go.
portal.
Let me get
The
right through
earth
before
is
you conspiracy. Let me get them all out.
She said the earth is leaking.
Let me just before you get revved up. Let me just get the hot topics out.
I'm gonna turn her mic off. anyway.
A toddler in Fort Myers, Florida, by accidentally shot her mother. It was saying that the 4-year-old found a gun in the house. They thought it was a toy gun. It ended up shooting the mother. The mother did not die.
Oh, Lord.
And then
That would have been traumatic.
and then quickly in local news, there was vandalism with an MLK splash pad, and they're looking for the people who vandalized. So they like spray painted one of the buildings and then put like glue and stuff on some other stuff. Like they vandalized the splash pad. So they had to use power washers to get the graffiti and things off the MLK. They had to power wash to get the graffiti off, and then use some kind of solution to get the glue off. So there's the Samuel Herbert, who's a community activist, said hateful people do hateful things. So they're just asking if you know who did the damage for the splash pad to be.
I don't want to talk about Sam.
Ain't nobody snitching. Sorry.
Okay,
not
can I-
sorry.
Go ahead.
Somebody got
and,
snitched.
So
Debunk.
first, I want
Wrong.
to say about
I'm just
the
playing. Just shut her up.
sinkhole.
I had one more.
Y'all,
But it's okay.
oh, go ahead.
I just had one more. So the jury sides with I'm gonna kill his name, Cal Franklin and Edward Franklin. So they were in a custody battle. They were in a estate battle for Aretha Franklin's estate. The judge finally did a ruling on it. So her two sons, Kecaf and Edward, will now be the people who get the benefits of her estate, while the other brother, Timothy White, will get nothing. So that's it. That's it.
Well,
Lord.
so the sinkhole. Listen, y'all. We literally live on top of cities. Like, y'all don't understand. You got to do some research. Start looking at the buildings and being like, why is there a window halfway down and the street is here, but the window is here? That don't make no sense.
Wait, say that again. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
No.
I've
Just start
never
over.
seen it
You
anywhere.
read-
No, I
not-
do know some
okay, listen,
cities have, like
some-
some black cities have been like flooded out.
Oh, and
built
It's-
up.
covered over.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do know that.
A lot of the places that we live, there are underground cities, there are underground tunnels, there's all types of stuff happening. So sinkholes, okay, are a product of that. Okay. If you build your house on top of another house that's already there where there's open cavities, and over time those cavities fall away. There's a lot going on underground. The reason why I said about the window thing is, like, if you ever go down the street somewhere, more where there's like historical stuff, you'll see buildings where it looks like there's like a basement window or like a window in general, and it stops. Like, here's the street, and then there's like half a little
I seen that.
peekage of window. Well, common sense would tell you, well, okay, there's obviously got to be more to this house than what is being shown, even if it's not there underneath.
Or it's a basement quarter window, and or
It don't make
and
sense.
or
If it's a full if the window is the same as all the other windows, but the ground level stops. And
so let's
let's
talk about window building. And let's talk about window sizes and how they started. Now, my other thing which is not abnormal, that there's subways, there's stuff happening. So it's not a surprise or normal that there would be C's.
I'm just saying to really like do some research in the area that had the sinkhole. What else is underneath there? Like what?
Niagara Falls got a sinkholes.
Well, there's caves underneath here.
So
we live on top. Who knows? And not just caves and, like I said, not just homes and different things like that. But there's also burial grounds that we don't know about. There's all types of stuff going on.
Yeah.
The second thing I wanted to say,
picture where it was like a cityscape downtown, and there was ground dug out from the building, and floor level of the ground is where we stand, but under that there were like cathedral style windows.
Yes.
That were like literally covered over and filled in. And
it makes sense. If you're gonna build, you got to build. You can't be always getting new land.
And then the second thing I was gonna say,
refugees do it all the time. Take a house, you throw it inside, destroy it. You throw it inside, and you build on top.
Houses.
Jamie Foxx. So the Jamie Foxx situation, somebody said that was his bodyguard in that photo.
The one with the jacket on?
Yeah. And then the second
that
thing
looked
I was
more
gonna
like
say,
a stunt double.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I meant to say. Stunt double, not
talking about
bodyguard.
the jacket though. There was literally videos of one of them.
Him on a boat right now.
There's this girl on TikTok that takes the videos. She's been doing it for Britney Spears because she really truly believes, and I can see like some of the evidence she provided where she really broke it down, and she's like, this is a deep fake, because there are times where like there's a whole filter on Britney Spears that when it comes off, like for that split second, it not her at all. So there's a whole situation. Plus Sam, her husband, he is in that kind of technology. So there's a whole thing with it. So she was talking about the Jamie Foxx thing because she was like, some of these videos aren't real because she broke down some pictures from the Getty Images, Getty Images, where she's like, these images that you think are real from like the 90s, some of these pictures are literally AI. And if you really look at the hands and you start really paying attention to details, you're like, oh my God, that blew my mind. Y'all just don't know how much that blew my mind. But even videos can be AI also. And they're still are saying that some of these videos of Jamie Foxx, like the one of him on the boat, if you watch closely, like his head, part of his head disappears and then comes back. And then like some of their hands and stuff look real funky.
See, the video with him though, with his daughter, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, that's AI and that's fake. Because his daughter has been very
some is AI, some is fake, some is bad cameras, some is bad angles. I believe it all. Like
I personally don't.
For example,
really
this lady took a picture of the gas station on the corner in Buffalo, Ferry and Bailey. Okay. And that yellow, it's the yellow gas
Ferry
station.
Express.
Ferry Express.
Yeah.
So she took the picture, right? And on the top of it was like the building.
Oh, they
green.
said it was a spaceship.
It's the spaceship. Child, literally, it's the reflection from the light hitting the screen and get out my face.
Fact.
And then AI out here, and AI existed to us now. It already existed beforehand somewhere else. Mm-hmm. We just got access to it. But listen, our time is up. We got 3 minutes. Inspire the people.
Inspire the people.
Okay, well, I'll go first. So, pay attention. If you watching a video or you see pictures,
here she go.
Pay attention. Look at the hands. I will be there. I don't care. Pay attention. Look at the hands. Look at the people in the background. If it don't look right, it probably ain't right. And I'm not talking about reflections or nothing like that. If it look messed up, if they got 2 fingers, it's AI. If they got 6 fingers, 10 toes.
I mean, people are born with 6 fingers. So
my word to wisdom. Don't believe everything you see on TikTok. Some people are just bored. No, but really be observant, but be ready to be revealed. That's my final word. But everything be revealed.
Okay. In a world where love and music intertwine, a symphony of passion so divine. Let me weave a tale deep and funny, of a man and woman, their hearts all sunny. To be continued.
To be continued.
What?
R&B brunches happening.
my word is what? What? That's crazy. Let me think. So it was bad. You know why black people do that? You're like, man, let me think after you had time. Anyway,
Especially because we got 1 minute left.
But I guess my only word of wisdom is, know yourself.
Valid.
So you don't put yourself in predicaments that you can't deal with.
Valid.
Know yourself.
My word is very simple. We heard it before, but we walk by faith and not by sight, because sometimes what you see can be manipulated, can be adjusted. So there is a process of belief. But I'll tell you this: what you believe shapes how you move, how you handle things, and how you operate. All right. So as Daniel said, definitely believe in yourself. Know who you are, what you are, and why you are, and what you come to accomplish. Know your role in this earth and operate in that, and move in that vein, because anything contrary or outside of that is just a distraction for whatever reason. Be who you are, be who God called you to be, walk in the fullness of it, chase the dream, go hard body. The only problem between the person that's successful in you is that they went for it. 5716, holla at y'all, Big Frank in the morning. Beep, 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 beep.
It's 5716. Let's go.